To those of you who are joining us for your very first call, or those who have not been on Zoom with us, you're welcome. I really am honored to be part of your journey. Okay, let's start this call. You know, I just I love love this lesson. I mean, it was a blast putting it together and really just bathing in the thought idea of, of how we create what we want in our lives. And I think that has to do, it's got to be the very first understanding for goal setting. So this lesson is a lesson on goal setting, and I will use that language throughout the call. But I want to really affirm the understanding that what we all call goal setting and goal achieving is really a very natural process of creation and manifestation. You know, this is a very important distinction to make because for many years in my life, I look at myself as a failure when it comes to being a goal achiever. You know, I failed so many times in achieving goals. And when I say I failed, what I really mean is I simply just quit trying. I don't know if you've ever heard a story about Thomas Edison, who created the incandescent light. He tried 999 times and failed, but he kept trying. And then on the 1000th time, he succeeded. And in succeeding, people run up to him and ask him, "Hey, Mr. Edison, I mean, what kept you going? Because many people cannot fail so much times and still keep going. Why do you keep going after you failed 999 times?" And Thomas Edison looked at them and he said, "I didn't fail." He said, "I found 999 times, 9 ways that doesn't work, and only one way that works." You know, so for me, I think when I thought I failed, failure to me was because I quit trying. I can't honestly ever remember making a conscious decision that I'm going to quit trying. I can remember, though, making the decisions not to do whatever it was that I was supposed to do that day in order to achieve my goal. But I never look at that singular decision as me saying no to my life's dream, to me quitting on my goal. I still wanted my goal, but it always seemed to lead to that sooner or later, I quit on my goal. I will stop trying altogether. Then I started thinking, but what if I had it all wrong? What if I was looking at this goal setting thing all wrong? What if I really was not failing when I quit? What if quitting from time to time was a necessary part of the goal achievement process? What if that time space that I had labeled as quitting was actually a natural and necessary part of the process in goal achievement, a time space in the creative process for self evaluation and self contemplation, and a necessary expression of the law of rhythm rather than a space for more action. What if that time space that I define as quitting, I was to use that as a time in the creative process to strengthen my inner image, even while doing nothing, while not exercising, while not studying, while not doing anything towards achieving my goal. But if I still held the image, that image will still keep me in the goal achievement or creative process. It's not just the physical activity. What if I change my perception of goal achieving altogether and began to see it as a creative process? A process of manifesting things in my life, of acting things into my life. Now, that's something I could have more confidence in when I know that I personally can do things to attract things into my life that I want. Yeah, I could have more confidence in that. That I knew I had been successful at in my life. For some reason, when I look at this process as creating things, as manifesting things, then I had less self judgment when I will meet with temporary failure. See, goal setting and goal achieving are skills that must be learned. They require a learning model, as all things do, just as learning to ride a bicycle. But creating, manifesting, now that's a very natural process for us. We were born creators. We came pre-programmed to create. We arrived on the scene with the learning model of creating already programmed within us. We were, in fact, made in the image of the greatest creator. What a huge shift in awareness. What a great way to begin this process. Starting with the belief that I'm already a creator. I have nothing to learn. Rather, I only need to become fully aware of this power that I already possess. See, in the learning to ride a bicycle model, there is a lot of falling down. You are born with the potential to ride the bike, but you have to learn the skill. The difference is when you are learning to ride a bike, you had not yet fully developed your ego judgment center. This part of your self-image that seems to track and keep record of every failure you've ever made. When you were young, you could suspend the self-judgment and stay connected to your desire. But you see, as you grow older, your awareness, your perception, and your self-image changed. Pay attention to the linguistics of a child. And you'll see, you'll hear it, you will see it. When they fall off the bike, they say something like, "This stupid bike, it won't go fast enough, or it won't stop." But compare that to an adult learner who will say something like, "I'm so stupid, I can't ride a simple bicycle. I can't stop a simple. The language is just different. You know, my son, he could do some amazing things with a bike. I mean, it make me even say, wow. Like he could sit on the handlebar and ride the bike backwards. He could do that stuff they call popping a wheelie. That's like when you ride a bicycle on one wheel. You know, I remember when I started teaching him to ride a bike. We were living in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Our street had sort of a slope that's almost about 35 degrees at some point. You know, my son was about 6 years old and has just graduated from the tricycle. We had just removed the training wheels. He has been practicing the bicycle for a few minutes with me holding on to the seat and running after him as a pedal. He was pedaling down the slope on McKendree Church Road when he asked me to let go of the bike, that it was okay on his own. I got it, he said. I complied with excitement. I released the bike while still running after him, hoping to catch him if I need to, but I couldn't. He started pedaling faster down the slope, and when he came to a parked car at the bottom, he applied the brakes so hard. He ran into the car and boom, he went flying to the other side of the car. I was so scared I ran to him. He was on the ground laughing. And actually, he declined my offer to carry him back home. He wanted to ride the bike back home, and he did. I mean, he's now a sales executive with Dell, and he still remember this story whenever we talk about it. So, you know, there are two thoughts here. First, make the shift from looking at goal setting and achieving as something you cannot do or something you are a failure at doing, and begin to see that goal setting and achieving are a part of a natural process of creation and creating, of manifestation and manifesting. And you are born pre-programmed as a perfect creator and manifestor. Second is when you make this shift in your perception, then you can begin to detach from the outcome. Separate your self value from your result. You are not your result. Not only will you feel like 1,000% more confident, you will feel a thousand times happier, maybe 1,000 times freer. You'll create and you will manifest like 1,000 times faster than you ever did. The reason we define our purpose, vision, and goals is so that we can consciously direct this creative process. Your purpose, vision, and goals are the roadmaps that this power will follow. Understanding, awareness, and self evaluation are the tools you will use to strengthen your ability to live from your purpose, your vision, and your goals. And that is how and why I've designed this program to help you gain understanding, awareness, and to guide you through the process of gentle self evaluation. So, let's start with purpose. Your purpose is the filter through which you will direct this creative power. It is why you do what you do, so you can create what you feel is your highest calling or your highest good. Many people will get hung up on this. It's not uncommon to feel that you don't even know what your life's purpose is. Remember, this is a skill to be developed. It's like riding the bike. When you first learn to ride the bike, you got on the bike and you guess how it will work for you. Knowing you weren't going to get it right the first time, but you could always ask for help and keep learning from the last fall. So if you don't know what your life's purpose is right now, that's okay. That's okay. Remember, your purpose will be the filter through which you will make most of your life decisions through. Let me give you an example. My purpose, I believe, is to be the very best teacher and communicator I can be of the principles of human potential and creation so that I can guide the process that allows Africa and its people to become the best of what God meant for us to be. To guide other people to the full awareness of their purpose and their oneness with their Creator, while being in harmony with all the laws that goes with that. So that's part of my purpose. Now, there are many business opportunities that I'm presented with that are not in harmony with my purpose. Some of them are great opportunities, but if they are not in harmony with my purpose, I just take a pass. There are many times I am invited to go to an event or a party. I mean, some of them will be really fun events. But if at the same time I have an opportunity to teach or to do a teleseminar or to talk to some people somewhere, I will choose to do that. Your purpose is like the sun. Everything else revolves around it. Now, from your purpose, you begin to create your vision. I have found this to be the most powerful, the most productive activity in the creative process. To me, the time you spend writing your vision gives you the biggest bang for your time buck. You know, outside of this program and platform speaking, the only other program I offer to work with people on one-on-one is Vision Workshop, because I just believe so much in its power. Your vision statement is a detailed description of you living in the full achievement and presence of your purpose, like in present tense. Your vision will include those things that you are aware of for you to fulfill your purpose, the action steps, as well as the future achievements you want to have, your goals. Your vision statement will be the connector between your purpose and your goals, and is a living, breathing document. You know, your vision will change as your awareness expands, as your understanding expands, as your belief and your self-image change. So will your vision statement. I believe it's more important to spend time with your vision than with your goals or even your purpose. You will find that it will ultimately be your vision that will drive your goals and sharpen your clarity of your purpose. The vision statement is a perfect place to start if you are lacking clarity of your purpose. You may have a wandering idea of your purpose, so you write that out to the best of your awareness. Then go right to work on your vision writing. Write what you want your life to be, feel, and look like. What type of friends do you want to have? What type of relationships do you want? What type of home do you want to live in? What type of clients do you want in your business? What type of habits do you want? Every aspect of your life, write it all down. This is not a one-time write. You will write it, then you go back through it and you will edit it to make it clearer. Change future tense and past tenses to the present tense. The writing of your vision should be fun. It should be exciting. It should give you a feeling of hopeful expectation. It should fill your soul. The vision statement will ultimately be the highest expression of your awareness at that time of your life's highest good and purpose. Then, from your vision statement, you will begin to identify your goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. The biggest challenge in creating the vision and goals is your own inner voice's need to know how you are going to fulfill them. A very real part of a reasoning mind has a need to know how and gets stuck in thinking beyond this question. How? If this part of your reasoning mind is not satisfied with an answer, then it begins the rejection of the idea process. And it begins to reason why you can't. It accesses all of your past results, your old files, and it begins to run those programs through your awareness. In order to prevent this, to stay in the land of possibility, I have used this as the answer to how. So, with a purpose and a vision, you begin to focus on goals. Your goals will come from your vision, sometimes directly from your vision, and sometimes as a way for you to live your vision. The purpose of the goal is to benchmark your progress and to cause you to grow into the person who is living your purpose and your vision. Some of your goals will be very short term, perhaps only one day. Some will be longer, perhaps a week or a month. I'll suggest if you had a struggle in achieving goals in the past, you set very short-term goals, day goals, that will allow you to gain confidence in your ability to keep your word and your commitment to yourself. Each small win will build on the last one and will begin to create the winning learning model in your mind. My friends, if there is one thing that I really want you to work on, is this. Let's get this work done. Thank you very much. This has been Ade Adeyemi for Project 54 Africa.